Hello, let's play a Nanro puzzle. This one's called Half Full, and it's by Thomas Snyder. I sourced this from GM Puzzles. There's a link in the description if you want to try it. So what we need to do is we need to place numbers in the grid such that all of the numbers are fully connected to each other orthogonally. So like I'm not going to do a full example, but you can see these four are now orthogonally connected to each other. Numbers are not connected just because they cross a diagonal. That would not be true. That would not be connected. So they have to be fully connected. All of the numbers end up fully connected. Now, not all of the cells end up with a number. In fact, no 2 by 2 area is allowed to be fully numbered. So here, if I were to do this, this would break our rules because we'd have a full 2 by 2 area with numbers. So some of them will just be shaded. You don't have to shade, but it's helpful to shade the ones that don't have numbers in them. All right, in addition to that, the number is equal to the number of numbers in the bold region. So the 2 in this region means there's exactly 2 numbers. There's exactly 2 2s in the region. The 3 means there's exactly 3 3s in this region. And in addition to that, adjacent regions cannot have the same number touching. So this would actually be disallowed because these 2 2s are touching each other and they're in different regions. So 2 numbers in different regions cannot touch each other if they are the same number. So you got to change numbers as you move through regions. All right, and that's it. Those are the rules. I'm going to get started right now. Okay. So obviously we can't fill a 2 here. We can't fill a 2 here. We can't fill a 2 here because that just breaks the adjacency rules. So this 2 has to get out. That's going to be a 2, and that's done for the region. And so now this can't be a 2 because it's adjacent. So that's a 1, and then that's shaded. So we got to keep guiding out. And so this is, I don't know, like a 2. Oh, shift 2 did not do what I expected. This is going to be a 2 or a 3 or a 4. I don't know what. Okay, but it's, if I right click, I know I need a number in there. In fact, it may be, it's probably too much to do that. I'll just unshade it once we finish that. Okay. And so now this is a 1 or a 3 or a 4. Let's see. Oh, this 2 has to get out. So this is a number. One of these is a 2, but we don't know which. This 2 gets out as a 2, which means these are not shaded. And this 2 could go either way. Okay, what about the 3s? So between the 3s, we're going to shade. And then this 3 has to get out. This 3 has to get out. This 3 has to get out. This isn't going to be a 3. In fact, we can... Oh, I keep doing the wrong things. We can shade between all those 3s because they're in different regions. So this 3 keeps going here, and now these are not shaded, but this one definitely is. Sorry, these are not numbers. This one definitely is. This 3 gets out. That's green. This still has to get out, though, so that's green as well. This is at least a 2. This is either a 3... We could shade the entire region and make it a 4. Otherwise, it's a 2. So no matter what, this will be next to a 2. So it's either not... So it's either not... It's either shaded, it's not a number, or it's a 1. But either way, this region is a 1 region. I don't know. Can you make an entire region with no numbers? Do the rules say? Yeah, each bold region must contain at least one labeled cell. Okay. Anything else here? This continues here. This continues here. All right, I probably have to do some thinking about how this game works. So, okay, this is green. This goes up to 6. This needs another 2 in it. Oh, and it can't be here. So this is our another 2. Right, okay. I did not mean to do that. If this was a 1, we have a problem because then the rest of this is shaded and the 1 is isolated. Like we isolate the 2 and the 1, right? So basically, I guess what I'm saying is that, let me continue on doing. What I'm saying is that we have to keep going, right? This goes down here, but if this was shaded, we're stuck. So this keeps going. But it's not going to be a 2, so at least one of these is also in, if not both. This is going to have to connect up to something. Is there anything else stuck? Not quite. Huh. Whoops. Ones or twos. Ones or twos. Well, oh no, we know one of these is a 1 and the other one's shaded. What if this was the 1 and this was shaded? I'm wondering about how that affects this guy. It would force this to be the 2 and then it connects down to here, which is just fine. But this whole area, okay, maybe I can undo a little bit. So this whole area is going to have to connect to this left side of the grid. The only way through is to go through here, right? This is the only gap that I can take. You can kind of see I got to go here and then I got to go here. That's the only way that this whole region to the right is getting out. So now it's connected to all these, but it's going to have to still continue, but I don't know how it continues. This could continue some way else. So, but it's not a 3. So it's actually a 4. So I can just put the 4s in and we can get rid of the greens. Okay. Now, oh, right. If this guy took this guy, we have a problem because it would have to connect here as a 1, and then now it's not actually connected. So this is our 2. And then the 1, I guess, what's distinguishing where this 1 goes? Oh, it seems like either could be a 1. Does that mean I have a mistake? Because I do not see how we're distinguishing which one of these is the 1 and which one's shaded. Ooh. I'm concerned about that because these things have unique solutions. This came up. It's this one. This one's not going to be a 3. And if it was a 2, yeah, we got to get out through here. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, don't make a 2 by 2. That's the rule. That's shaded because we can't make a 2 by 2. Okay, so then that's a 1. I wonder if there's other 2 by 2s I've been ignoring. I don't think so. I think that's the first time I've encountered it. That did it. Okay, perfect. So we come out through here, not as a 4. Hold on. How could this be? No, this one's not shaded. I think I did this wrong. The 3 is done. This region's done with 3s. So we actually come out here. Not as a 3, not as a 4. So it's at least 5 or 6. So this has to keep going out this way because it can't go down. Okay, that makes sense. And oops, is this a 3? Oh, right. We can't go to here because it would have to be a 3. So we're going to go up, and now we're done, and we still can't go there. So the 3s are here. And then don't make a 2 by 2. All right. So the 3s have to get out through here. This whole upside down U shape, I guess an N shape, I don't know, whatever, isn't getting out yet. So that's shaded. So this is 5s or 6s. Are we worried about any 2 by 2s? Yes, here. That's shaded. So these are all 5s. So we can get rid of that. Very nice. So that comes out through here. And has to keep going over. Like this is the only way through right here. And we have to keep going. So these are 4s. Okay. And we just got to finish this. So The problem with 2, 2 here is now this has nothing it can be. Because if it was threes, we'd do 3, 3, 3. This would be a 2 by 2 area. And it touches a 4, it touches a 2. Right. One of these would have to be taken. It can't be a 1, right? It can't be a 4. It can't be a 3. It would have to be a 2, but if we take a 2, it touches one of these 2s. So we're just not doing that. We're making this the 1, and we're shading this. Oh. Wait. How are we done? It looks like it's just based on the shading. But this needs to be all 3s. Okay. Interesting. You just had to shade the cells? Is that what? Rangsk solution checking. Either all cells in the Nanro must have connected numbers in green, blue, or red, or all unused cells must be marked black or a shade of gray. Interesting. So you can either shade to finish or you can type the numbers to finish. I didn't realize that. Okay, cool. Well, how'd you do?